Komodo Dragon versus Black Caiman. Which one is going to win the battle of the ancient reptiles? Let's find out. I am Mario, and this is Animal Battle. Just like I do in every episode of Animal Battle, I will be going through the 6 characteristics: agility, attack, defense, intelligence, bonus skill, and survival. And after that, you will choose the winner of this battle by voting in the comments. I will also announce the winner of the last battle between the wild boar and the warthog at the end of this video. The number of votes for those two are pretty close, so stay tuned until the end of the video to find out who won. And before we go to the first characteristic, I'd like to remark that this is the 30th episode of Animal Battle, and we are really close to reaching 30,000 subscribers, so me and Spike would really appreciate it if you smash the subscribe button to reach that milestone after this video. Now let's go right to their agility stats. Even if the Komodo Dragon is a huge lizard, in fact the largest species of lizard, it can reach a surprising speed while sprinting of 20 km per hour. It covers a lot of ground with each step it takes. The Black Caiman is slower on land with its shorter legs, but that is because it is well adapted for life in water. It can actually swim with a speed of up to 48 km per hour. So, while Usain Bolt could easily escape from a Komodo Dragon on land, he'd have no chance to escape from Black Caiman in water. Even though it is not as well adapted for aquatic life, the Komodo Dragon is still a great swimmer and can dive up to 4.5 meters in depth. It can also climb trees using its powerful claws, although this might prove to be a little bit complicated for the huge adults that could just break the branches. So let's see their agility stats. So both of them have really high stats, the Black Caiman being an incredible swimmer, whilst the Komodo Dragon is well adapted for moving in water, on land, and even in trees. Now I'd like to mention their bonus skills, which are going to be important for their attack and defense stats as well. When it comes to their senses, it seems that both of them specialize differently. The Komodo Dragon has poor hearing and night vision, but makes up for it with a tongue perfect for detecting, smelling, and tasting stimuli. It can detect carrion from up to 9.5 kilometers away. The Black Caiman on the other side has acute hearing and great eyesight. Its large eyes located on top of its head to see above the surface while swimming are perfect for night vision. They also reflect light shining in the dark. The Caiman's black coloration is also perfect for camouflage during the night, and it becomes virtually invisible while submerged underwater even during the day. Going back to the Komodo Dragon, I can also mention that it is a powerful digger. For shelter, it digs a hole that can be 1 to 3 meters wide to fit such a huge lizard. The Black Caiman also has an interesting ritual used for attracting females. During the mating period, the male Black Caiman will submerge its back underwater and start vibrating to make the water on top of its back dance. So basically, the male that really knows how to vibe will be considered the most handsome and the strongest by the female. If you've enjoyed this video so far, give it a thumbs up, and if you hate it, you can give it a thumbs down. Either way, the YouTube algorithm will consider the feedback as more audience interaction, and will show it to more people, so we can see their bonus skill stats now. Pretty good. Now let's go to their attack and defense stats, which are the most important and interesting facts for these dinosaur-like reptiles. I've said before that the Komodo Dragon is the largest species of lizards on the planet, but exactly how big is it? Males would usually reach up to 91 kilograms in weight and 2.59 meters in length. The largest one recorded had a length of 3.13 meters and weighed 166 kilograms. Black Caimans are even larger than that though. Males are usually up to 4.3 meters long and weigh 300 kilograms on average. But some old males can grow larger than 5 meters and even exceed 500 kilograms. That makes the Black Caiman one of the largest reptiles. Good evening, gentlemen. What would you like to order? For you, Mr. Komodo Dragon, I can recommend some reptiles, birds, eggs, or perhaps some mammals like a monkey, wild boar, deer, or even a water buffalo if you are especially hungry, or maybe some tasty carrion. The Komodo Dragon is an ambush predator and will usually hunt in the afternoon. It will approach the prey as close as possible and will start chasing it and trying to bite it. Once it manages to bite the prey with its 2.5 cm long backward facing teeth, it will try knocking down the prey. Still, there is a chance that the prey will escape, but the Komodo Dragon will still get its meal because it knows that the prey will soon die. only one bite was enough to inject its venomous saliva. It will prevent the prey's blood from coagulating, and the prey will bleed out to death. Now the Komodo Dragon only has to track down the prey using its incredible smell. It needs to be quick though, because once other dragons nearby sense the smell, they will come in a rush to join the meal. The feeding frenzy begins. Since the dragon's teeth are not well adapted for chewing, it will rip large chunks of the prey and just swallow them whole. In no time the dragons will have devoured the entire prey, even the bones. The Komodo Dragon has a huge appetite and can eat up to 80% of its own body mass in one meal, so it is always welcome at the Panda Tavern. What about you, Mr. Black Caiman? May I recommend some fish? Or perhaps a mammal like a sloth, armadillo, capybara, tapir, giant otter, or maybe even a large anaconda or other caiman species? The Black Caiman is the largest predator in the Amazonian ecosystem, so it can hunt virtually anything. It has a large head and a really powerful bite. It is powerful enough to shatter turtle shells, so there is no escape from its jaws. Interestingly enough, its muscles for opening its mouth are very weak, so you could, theoretically, hold its mouth closed, but if you dare to approach a Black Caiman. Its teeth are also not designed to chew, but to grab, so they try to swallow their prey whole after drowning or crushing it. If the prey is too large though, the caiman will just store it until the flesh will rot enough to allow the caiman to take bites out of the flesh. What about predators? Do they have any at all? Well, the Komodo Dragon has a skin reinforced by armored scales that contain tiny bones, functioning as a natural chainmail. That, combined with its powerful tail that can be used as a whip, will give it a lot of defense from predators or other Komodo dragons while young. But once the dragon reaches adult size, it has no natural predators, being the largest one on the Komodo Islands. The same goes for the Black Caiman. While younger caimans can be preyed upon by anacondas and medium-sized caimans can be preyed upon by jaguars, the largest individuals have no natural predators. Also, as a side note, both the Komodo Dragon and the Black Caiman will attack humans if provoked, so I would advise against getting too close to any of them. Want to see their stats? Here we go. They have really high attack stats, but the Caiman is clearly better here due to its larger size. But when it comes to defense, they're going to be equal, being the apex predators in their own separate ranges. Now we will quickly go over their intelligence stats. So, being reptiles, their intelligence is not going to be outstanding, of course. That being said, Komodo dragons respond well to target training in the zoos, something that not all reptiles can do. Also, it has a larger than normal brain for its size. Does that mean that it is a genius? No, but we can give it some points at least for that. Yep, that's about it for intelligence. And last, but certainly not least, let's talk about their survival stats. Black caimans are listed as conservation dependent in the IUCN Red List. That is because it was once hunted to near extinction, but is now making a surprising comeback with large populations in the Amazon range. Females will build a nest, lay the eggs, and then protect them until they hatch and some time after that. The hatchlings will have a long lifespan, anywhere from 13 to 80 years. The Komodo Dragon is doing worse, being listed as a vulnerable species. It will lay about 20 eggs, and the hatchlings will live for about 30 years. An interesting ability that Komodo dragons have is that the female can reproduce by herself. Even without mating, it will lay fertile eggs, and all the hatchlings will be male. This means that a female could theoretically populate an entire island by herself. Now let's see their final stats. As you can see, both of these reptiles have really good stats overall, excelling in attack and defense, and lacking a little bit in intelligence. But who is the winner? It is all up to you, because you can cast your votes in the comments down below, writing #Dragon to vote for the Komodo Dragon, or #Caiman to vote for the Black Caiman. Make sure you write correctly, as this is the only way for me to accurately count the votes. Speaking of votes, let's see who is the winner of the last annual battle between the wild boar and the warthog. It was really close, but after counting all the votes, the winner is the wild boar. If you wanted the warthog to win, don't be upset, because here, on I'm From Animals, we love and respect all animals. Once again, don't forget to cast your votes in the comments, writing #Dragon or #Caiman. I'd also like to thank my patrons for supporting me. And if you really love what I'm doing, you can also support me on Patreon to fill up at least with your name. Respect animals.